Okay, let's start this thing.
Nope, just
Let's starting.
So, this is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 341, recorded December 11th, 2013. 2013 is almost over, so we'll never have bad luck again.
You wish.
Right.
I'm your host,
Yeah,
Brian
sure.
Kilby, and with me this week, in no particular order, except for the order that they're on the screen if you're watching the video, it's Don, Amy, then
Hello.
Then going down there, it's JD, pointing, but you can't see on my screen, and then Diecast. Hey,
And
folks.
if you're listening, you can't tell it all.
Can't tell it all.
And JD with actual video that moves.
Wow, JD's video is good.
Mm.
I don't know why it was bad before.
Tomato, wasn't it?
Sometimes it's tomato. Sometimes it's there's been some other things. I don't know. I think there's a new version of Skype that just downloaded, so that could be it.
I hate it. So
That can always be
No,
a
new
help.
versions usually speed up.
yeah, usually don't fix things. Actually, but the Windows
Mine does.
the Windows 8.1 upgrade, pretty awesome. That's the first time I can say that Microsoft actually had an upgrade to an existing OS that didn't kind of suck.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Windows 8.1. So on the show this week, we have news.
Well, I mean,
We also have Q&A with Rob Springer. We have an extended discussion of Windows 8.1 later on in the show. And we have Transformers Rewind. I'm kidding. We're not discussing Windows 8.1. But I do love it on my tablet. It is great. It's a great tablet OS.
So we're having the discussion now, then, is what you're saying.
Yes. And Transformers Rewind, Bullet Train to the rescue. Since XV's PC died, I don't know that we're going to have comic news or anything. So, sad trombone.
Well, I'm here, so I can just give you, the comic news if you don't get the reviews.
That would be awesome. Let's jump to that. So, the big news for me this week, the Transformers Collectors Club magazine, issue 54, unveiled Rattrap. Now, we knew Rattrap was coming because we saw it listed on, was it on a Walmart computer? I guess I think it was the Walmart computer. But here he is, if you're watching the video. If not, go to tformers.com. I heart this. I really love this.
Yeah.
yes, I agree.
It's a deluxe size figure.
It's just the robot mode, right?
Right.
Yeah, this is like far superior. Yeah, it's robot mode. But this is far superior to any other Rattrap we've gotten.
Except for the original.
I would.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say it's far superior to the
I
original.
would even say it's better than the original.
I was very fond of those early Beast Wars figures. But this is... I was worried when we got this that it might be Transmetal Rattrap. Worried's not the right word. I assumed that it would be Transmetal Rattrap. But this is freaking awesome. It's very genuine. It's very authentic to the original toy. It looks in the 2013 scale. Means it'll pretty much be the same size as the original Beast Wars toy. So what do you guys think?
I love it.
I
It's
think it looks
fantastic. It's
great.
beautiful.
Yeah. The only thing I will hope is, because just from looking at this picture, I hope the tail isn't just sort of stuck where it's at in robot mode, his rat tail. I'm hoping it can at least fold up against the back or something, because it's just kind of, sticking out.
I don't know. But look at the little rat feet.
I know.
This little cute rat foot. Oh.
And it looks like his gun can split into two pieces in the store, like the original. It looks like it can split.
Yeah.
I want this.
It looks less shell-formery.
Yes.
Less shell-formery.
Well, it's kind of hard to do with
He did.
that figure.
Well, it's hard to do most beasts without being a little bit shell-formery.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Hopefully hopefully they've.
Oh man, there's a hinge on his. There's a hinge on his forearm. There's a hinge on his forearm.
Oh, I see it. That's awesome. What do you think? What are you thinking?
Well, I mean that's like the show because remember his forearm opened in the show. That's where he kept all his like gadgets.
Yeah, that's right. But what do you think the toy's going to have?
That's sweet. Oh, I have no idea what's going to be in there, and there may be nothing. It doesn't matter. I don't care. It's the forearm opens.
There'll be a sticker inside that'll show stuff.
Probably.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't use stickers though. Would they use a sticker on him?
Okay, so maybe a little bit of molded plastic or something.
Yeah, it'll be molded plastic. We'll find out.
If there aren't stickers on it, then you'll find some from repo labels eventually, right?
Or you could just paint it.
They'll be exactly. Yeah, just wait.
Yeah. And hopefully the tail, you can just pull the tail out a little bit, and it'll unlock the figure like the old spring action. Just pull the tail, and it sort of unlocks the figure. You
No, Don. No.
I would love that, but no.
Just to make it totally retro.
No, Don. No. Although it does look like there's a gear or something in the shoulder. All of that maybe faux or something.
So also in the news, it looks like the 2014 Wave 1 figures, which includes Goldfire, Waspinator, Skids, and Dreadwing. Dreadwing. Dreadwing is going to hit shelves like right now. We mentioned it last week, but it looks like they're already at Walmart, which means I might be able to find these. And there's actually an end cap. At some
we're
stores.
gonna get Waspinator. Yes.
No,
what? Go ahead, Don.
The problem is with Walmart
I
and
Waspinator.
Someone can correct me if I'm wrong.
Correct you if you're wrong.
Yeah, go ahead, Diecast.
Oh, I was gonna say, correct me if I'm wrong, but on these end caps, it's really a lot of times it's based upon the store what they want to set up on an end cap in Walmart. So we might not be as lucky as this Walmart to get an end cap full of them. I hope I'm wrong. I hope every store does this, but I really don't think it's a store-wide thing.
So Walmarts are allowed to set up their own end caps, Don?
Yeah.
Or because I mean, some of the stuff is planogrammed out. Some of the stuff is just based on whatever we have that can fill an end cap. Also, if it's a PDQ floor shipper, they may have killed the floor shipper and put it on an end cap just for lack of room on the floor.
Oh,
there's a significant amount of PDQs that never actually get set up because of our spacing requirements for fire. Every state has different laws for spacing on everything. So they could have killed a shipper and put it on a cap like that.
And I guess with all the SKUs and assortments that Walmart has, it only makes sense that there's a little more freedom with things like that. Like at other retailers, you can't deviate from planogram. So,
it's like this is this end cap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the way it is at Staples. Every end cap is specifically set up.
Yeah, Target is definitely like that too. Target and like Diecast mentioned Staples. Yeah. So you can create a consistent look from store to store, but Don, cover your ears. I think most Walmarts don't really care so much about that. They really want to have the lowest price available. Everything else be damned.
Well, it was also the fact that our volume is so great, we really can't do that for every end cap. Otherwise, we'd have stuff piling up. Because I've seen Target end caps that look good when they're set up, but the stuff doesn't come in fast enough to replenish them sometimes. So it's a give and take on both situations.
So we haven't mentioned this before. But Sega is making a Transformers Human Alliance game. I honestly didn't catch this until last month, and it's a shooter, so certainly it's not going to be an epic masterpiece of game design, but I am certain it's going to be fun, and I really want to play it. Anybody know anything about it? We have some photos, tformers.com, of a 55-inch cabinet that's big.
I've seen games like that.
Wow.
I've seen games like that in Dave & Buster's, and they're really not the best games.
Well, I gotta go to Dave and Buster's though, because I'm gonna try this out. When?
And that thing's huge too, so it's probably only going to be at select. It's only going to be at a place like Dave and Buster's. You're not going to have that game, in a mall or in a Red Robin.
It's not going to be at your local bowling alley.
My local bowling alley just burned down. Thanks, JD, for that. I appreciate it.
Hey, mine closed. So, yeah, they closed the one in my hometown.
So it seems
ours closed, reopened, got hit by a tornado.
So it seems like for all of these interactive or interactive things, Hasbro is really trying to push, or maybe it's just the fact that it's convenient. Human Alliance. So like the ride at Universal Studios, it's all about Human Alliance stuff. The setup they had at BotCon a couple years ago, it's all Human Alliance stuff. I mean, certainly it makes sense that fits in the motif of the movies, in the fact that we have a toy line around it, but I don't know. To me, it's kind of getting a little old.
Well, it also helps bring in
I think
people who maybe aren't Transformers fans, but are only familiar with the movies, because the movies make so much money, and it helps like with cheap. Well, not cheap, necessarily cheap PR, but they can advertise things with, oh, by the way, we've got this ride, we've got this, we've got that, and oh, next year there's going to be a movie. So it's like they don't even actually have to do advertising. It's almost advertising itself. You know what I mean? Because there's so many different things out there. I mean, for fans that are seeing it a lot, and they're like, oh yeah, whatever. But for those that are not like Transformers fans, like we're Transformers fans, it's probably a good way to kind of keep. Oh, guess what? We got this here, we got that there.
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
They also have it in the books too, the kids' books. I just picked up. I just got that in the mail today. It's yeah.
But yeah, so I haven't really seen much on this. I mean, it's a thing. I'd like to play it. Don't know when I'll get the chance, but when I do, I definitely will put at least $1.50 into it, which will probably, hopefully, be 3 plays, and not a play and a half.
This is a game that you're only going to be able to play at a game place, not an actual one that you can get on your game device.
Most likely not going to be released. Right. I mean, light gun games aren't really the thing anymore when it comes to...
My kids would love to play that.
Can I be honest? It's probably not good enough to be on a regular game system.
You would feel cheated if you got it. And I mean, go back. I mean, it's a Sega game, and it's a Sega arcade game.
iPad app or something that you can get at the Apple Store.
Maybe, but go back to Crazy Taxi. Such an awesome, fun game, but there's not much to it. And I don't know that a game like Crazy Taxi would necessarily sell for $50 or $60 today, because you would feel cheated.
True, that's true.
No.
Well, yeah.
Although they
like
are doing it with
the
not
Apple
to get
iPad.
into video
Put it on your
games.
iPads.
Go ahead, Diecast.
I have the little kids
I was
that
gonna
would
say, they
enjoy
are doing
playing
it with,
that
like,
game over and over until it's stupid.
Angry Birds, they're putting it on the system, and they're charging $50 for the game.
What?
Like, it's free. It's free on my iPad, with commercials or ads or whatever. But why am I going to pay $50 for it on my video game system?
I've seen Fruit Ninja on Xbox, and that seems to be doing pretty good. It was it was fun to play. I played it over at a friend's house, so.
I'm amazed that somebody would play
That wasn't that expensive, though.
Well, I think it was just a download that they got. Yeah, $50 for Angry Birds is ridiculous.
Yeah. The let's see here. The Ultimetal Optimus Prime is being delayed. Now, my question is this: is this a logistical thing?
Go figure.
Or is this you had to get pre-orders for this, right? You had to put a down payment. Retailers, are they just? Do you think they're just short?
A non-refundable down payment.
Yeah. Do you think they're just short on funding on this thing?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know what model they're following.
I would say they probably didn't get enough orders.
I mean, it's pretty.
I mean, at the price point it's at, I just don't see the point over it. My MP10 is perfect for me. I don't see the need for this, especially at the price point it's at.
I couldn't justify it. I don't know how Ender's going to justify it, but he will.
He will because
that's
he's a
easy.
fan.
I thought you were getting that.
No.
How much is it going for?
It's like
No.
$800.
No, I'm getting the year
Whoa!
the year of the horse Optimus Prime, the
I'm sorry.
MP10.
I'm sorry.
And-
I'm got stupid.
That looks really good with the new colors. It's darker red, a darker blue with the gold. It really does work. It's a lot better than we thought it was in the initial photos. If you look at the newer photos for it, I think it's beautiful. I like that darker look to Prime.
Well, I'll take a look at that.
Hey Amy, why don't you tell us what's going on in the comic news world right now? Then I'll go ahead and pull that You're the Horse Optimus up.
Okay, all right. Well, Transformers comics this week. The Monstrosity trade is supposed to be out, but Amazon is still saying that it's going to be out the 24th of this month-ish.
That's weird.
I know, it's weird. It's like, okay, we're getting it one place. Anyhow, I could be completely wrong. But hey, if you haven't gotten it, you can get the trade this month. So put your pre-orders in now. The Monstrosity motion comic issue number 4 is out as of today from the Madefire app and their app interactive version through DeviantArt, so you can check that out. The Covenant of Primus is now orderable. I just put my order in for mine. I should be getting it in a couple of days. I'm really enthusiastic to get this, so if you want it, you can get it at Amazon as well.
How much did you pay for it? What was it, like $60?
$59.99, so $60. Yeah.
It looks kind of cool. I'm wish I had the money for it.
I had it pre-ordered, then I canceled it because I realized it's just the aligned continuity stuff, and I'm like, I don't really care.
I've seen a lot of really, really awesome artwork come out of it, so I'm like going, I really want to get it for the artwork. But I had a $50 gift card, so I got it.
Well, there you go.
So, yeah.
I did the same thing because I had it on order. And
I'll let you guys know what I think about it when I get it. So I'm just kind of like, I'm waiting. It might not get here for another week, so we'll see. Anyhow, also today, this will be of interest to anybody that's listening to this live. IDW Limited has a deal a day for the next 5 days. Last Stand of the Wreckers is 40% off 2 days. So if you haven't gotten it, the nice, bound version, definitely.
If you haven't gotten it, why?
If you haven't gotten it, why? Yeah, for one, why? I mean, I would love to take advantage of this because but I already have it. I don't want to spend them. I don't need to.
So it's the actual book.
Brian, you just buy another one. See, that's...
Yeah, I just can't do it.
So
anyhow,
Amy, how much is it?
It's $75.
Wow.
It's the red label version, which 40% off is $75. So,
40% off brings it down to $75?
No. It's originally at like $125 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
40% off that
$75
price. Now, I did not get the red label one. I actually bought one for more than that.
Wow.
I'll stick with my trade.
What can I say? It's all in the name, and I really love my wreckers. So, but yeah, I wanted to bring up real quick though. When I see deals like this, I tweet it out there. So if anybody's on Twitter, you gotta follow me because I'm not kidding. When I find these, and sometimes they only have them for 24 hours. You just gotta get on them right away. So, you can follow me at Lady of Wreck. So,
Plug.
and that's pretty much it for the comic news this week.
And Amy has more followers than me at this point. I need to correct that.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I need to fix that. I'm trying, like, you and Chris McFeely both passed me. Like, TFG1 Mike passed me, like, a year ago. But...
He's bought, but...
Yeah.
So
devastated. My ego is crushed.
You don't even tweet.
I know, that's the problem. I need to tweet.
You know what? You got to tweet.
If you started tweeting, it might help.
You started putting out your trolling 101, I swear.
That's a great idea.
Just gotta ask for suggestions. How do I get a better Twitter? How to get people to follow me?
No, the trick, Brian.
Do it.
The trick, Brian, is you have to actually do it off of your account. So you can't start another account to do the tricks of trolling.
I do. My troll account has 2,700 followers.
Right. So.
One of my troll accounts has 2,700 followers.
This is the real problem that Brian has. It's not that he doesn't have followers. His account doesn't have followers because he never tweets off of it.
I gained all of those followers in like 2009. I haven't tweeted from that account in like 3 years. That's when I had all the free time when I was working at the children's home.
But that's what I'm saying. You could have spent that time actually building up your own followers.
I know.
Brian is going to start tweeting, and he's going to show us all that he's more than tweets the eye.
God, Don.
Time out, Don.
Don.
Time for the win.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So I want to jump to something else, and I'm going to say that I'm actually going to agree with Diecast. This year, the Horse Optimus Prime does look pretty freaking sweet. I agree, Diecast. This is pretty nice.
Where is? I've not seen.
Here, I'll put it in the.
There you go. Yeah, I really like the gold and the clear trailer. And is it a new head?
It's definitely the eyes are different. That's for sure. Yeah.
I think the head is the same, but the eyes are different.
So what's retail on this again?
Well, $165. You can get it from TF Source with free shipping.
Okay,
that's not bad.
No.
Okay, Diecast, I stand corrected. You are right. That is a lot better in these photos than it was those earlier photos that we saw.
It's genuinely pretty striking.
Well, I mean, some of it is that they've gone to darker colors, deeper red, a deeper blue. And so I think that's helping offset the gold a lot.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm 100% sold on it, but I'm not as down on it as I was before.
You know, I have to say, with the gold where it's at, that's like Optimus Prime in Burning Justice mode. You know, I can like one of the Gundams. You know, it's just that's where all the power ups are at when it goes in, like Burning Justice mode.
Right.
But that looks a lot better, Diecast. You are right.
This is right before he goes and cuts someone's head off or something. They were stunned silent. What?
Yes.
Yeah, Optimus Prime does that now, kids, all right?
It's pretty nice. Let's see here. Anything else going on in the news? Diecast, what's this about OmegaCon?
Oh, I just wanted to say that the pre-register for OmegaCon or to purchase tickets, it's open. And OmegaCon is... I just had the link on here. It is Saturday, August 2nd, 2014. And it's going to be right outside Philadelphia at... I think the hotel will be right here.
Philadelphia.
Right outside Philadelphia. So, we have trains that come to Philly. It's pretty close for everyone. Except, unless you live in North Carolina.
Yeah.
Philadelphia.
And it's at the Radisson, Philadelphia, Northeast Philadelphia. So, definitely show up. I'll be there. I already pre-registered. So, it was a great time last year.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Yeah. And this year, I'm sure it's going to be even better.
But it's in Philadelphia.
What's wrong with Philadelphia?
It's the wrong side of Pennsylvania.
They got great cream cheese.
The good side of Pennsylvania?
Which is right up your alley.
And all the cheesesteaks are right from,
Yeah, I guess they have cream cheese there, right? Like that's that's a draw, And a
cheesesteak.
And cheesesteak. They love cheese there of all varieties.
Must be a really smelly place there too, for the smelly cheese.
It is. I think you got that right. Yep. Sorry, it's Pittsburgh.
Sorry, I have Rocklets behind me trying to interrupt me while I'm doing this. He's
That's
been
okay.
trolling me the whole time.
This is my favorite part of Amy on the show.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet. Yeah.
Smacking
And
recklets. That mute goes on and she does like that back car seat thing where you just waving your hand around.
Right now,
Hoping
he's
to
like
come back
putting his
there.
hands in here, and he's going
Yeah.
like across my
Hoping to
face.
make-
It's not.
You know, you just start waving your hands around in the back seat, hoping to make contact with the head or face.
So we actually now have, going to third-party news, we actually have official, not official, but real non-photoshopped photos of Not-Menasor combined.
And oh my god, he looks awesome.
You think so? I hate it.
Really?
Really?
I hate it. I hate it.
Oh,
I love
What's
it.
wrong with you,
I
Brian?
love it.
I don't know. I kind of hate it. I have always hated it. When we had that old photo of this in the gray prototype test mode, I didn't like it. I don't like it colored. I don't know. It just doesn't work for me.
Still don't like it. Didn't like it then. Don't like it now. I don't know. I'm indifferent to it, but
Well, Diecast and I are buying this set. What do you think, Diecast?
I like it.
You've already
I-
bought
I-
into it.
Yeah.
so of course you like it.
I mean,
I bought
I
into
mean, as far
Uranus
as- I mean-
too.
I mean,
I'm sorry, you what?
I bought into Uranus, and I hate him.
That's not what I thought you said.
so I mean, Diesel's been coming a long time coming with everything else they've been doing, but I can't really see anything fault with this at all, other than the combined head is going to be looks kind of limited maybe with the or at least not as easy to turn.
I don't know. I mean, I see Menasor in it, but for some reason, it just doesn't click. I think it's the fact that those, whatever those things are, the vents or something, are like so high up.
Well, I think that's the grill of the truck.
Yeah, that's right. But it's just, I don't know. Maybe it's the angle. So here, if you're watching the video, I have the Not-Menasor up, and here's a photo of G1 Menasor. And, I mean, certainly the Fans Project Menasor is a great homage in the sense that it looks like Menasor, but I don't know. It just doesn't click for me. It's like Hegemon. It just doesn't click.
Hegemon's great.
Well, see, the Stunticons were never my favorite team from G1, but I think they're one of the ones that were in most need of a classics kind of update. And I think they've just really done a great job, with the designs and the scales and everything. It's just, I'm really looking. I picked this over Uranus, and I am so glad I did.
Yeah, you lucked out on that. I mean,
he does look like he has some panels hanging off him. If you look at just his standalone robot mode, it actually looks like the front of the truck turns into his legs, and I guess the rest of his body is located in the trailer.
Hmm.
Yeah, because the trailer looks like there's a little bit of trailer now. So I think some of the stuff you can peg on him to become like combat gear. So I'm not sure how much of this is stuff that you could pull off and just set to the side if you wanted just a plain stripped down robot mode. As not Motor Master.
and speaking of not Motor Master, I really don't like it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
I think it looks fine. It's even got the box head and everything.
Yeah. Just, I don't know. Unlike most levels, it doesn't click. Now, the other figures are fine. But Motor Master just doesn't work for me. Not saying I could do better. I certainly couldn't, but...
It's not. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to when he comes out.
I mean, it looks like a perfectly fine figure, and if this were a new figure that came out, I would be totally cool with it. But as an homage to Motor Master, just not feeling it.
Well, it's not Motor Master. They're telling you it's
Yeah.
not.
See, it's not Motor Master.
We can't compare it to what it's not supposed to be.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
just even though I know it's being done by another company, I'm hoping that the Quantron, the Computron homage from Make Toys, I hope it looks as good as this when all said and done.
Brian hopes it looks better.
Yeah. Hey, let's go ahead and jump to Q&A with Rob Springer. After that, we will have Transformers Rewind, which is Bullet Train to the Rescue. So,
R.I.D. Yay!
Yay! We'll be back right after this. We are back. I really don't have anything else for the show this week. I know that kind of sucks, but, it's nearing Christmas time. The year's over. All of the news is basically done for the year. In fact, the next couple of shows, like next week's show, is going to be our Christmas special. So we may have some news, but probably mostly just Christmas and holiday-related stuff. We haven't done one of those shows in a while. I've sort of kept to a strict format of what RFC is, and I don't deviate that often. I need to really start getting back to sort of the roots of the way that we used to do this thing, when it was a little less polished and a little more free-form. So next week is going to be our Christmas episode. Then we're going to have a couple of new episodes after that, but they'll be more retrospectives, and we'll still have the regular segments, but we're not going to have a live stream on Christmas Day or New Year's. So if you're after next week, if you're watching live, which you should, at tfradio.net/live, or you can also catch us now at our YouTube channel, which is, it's such a long URL. It's a youtube.com/user/TF Radio Network. It just rolls off the tongue. But we are now streaming there because I kind of got the software to work with YouTube. Yeah, I wasn't clicking the button that said go. I'm really smart. But yeah, so but otherwise,
yeah, but it's been a long day, Brian. You get tired, right?
This is true. But other than
I was doing that for weeks.
Yeah, that was actually probably a couple months. But next week's show we will do live. It'll be a Christmas special. But after that, we're going to have a couple weeks off. We will have a show, but just not a live stream. And you can follow me on Twitter at bkilby. And Amy, how do people find you on Twitter again?
Lady of Rec.
And your Facebook page as well. You have one of those.
Yes, I do. And it's also called Lady Rec, just not Lady of Rec. It's Lady Rec that time. So, yeah.
JD.
Apparently somebody had taken over the Twitter.
I'm at the JD Church.
Done.
And, yeah.
At HMRC for EVR, the number 4.
And let's see here. Diecast.
I'm at Twitter, on Twitter at Diecast2. And then I'm also on Xbox at Diecast2 and PS4 or PlayStation Network at Diecast2.
That's pretty cool.
So lots of ways to interact.
And if you're in our chat room, which we have every week at tfradio.net/live, we do that but starting 7:45, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Our pal Computron 2 is in there, and he started on Twitter today. He just joined today. You can follow him at MRBJVIS. Mr. BJ Viz, I guess. So, thanks for following me, Computron 2. I appreciate that.
Him.
Hopefully we can get you a couple more followers from that. Hopefully. No promises. So next week on the show, like I said, it's going to be our Christmas episode. If you hear this between now and Tuesday the 17th, and you have any interesting or funny Christmas-related stories, or even better, what I'm looking for are Christmas letters that you or a family member may have written back in the day, where you wanted Transformers or some sort of related toy line, like G.I. Joe, Visionary, Starriers, or something like that. And you have a scan or a transcript, send those to my way. You can email those to contact@tfradio.net. I'd like to actually read some of those on air next week. I've got a couple already, but you've got a couple of days if you want to send those my way. I would actually love to cover that. So for the guys, I am Brian Kilby. I will see you next week. Have a good one.